So with former President Donald Trump appearing to win the 2024 presidential contest, America is left wondering what's next. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Trump diverged on nearly every issue, but one topic saw some common ground: cannabis. Both candidates expressed support for some type of federal reform, mirroring the growing societal shift accepting cannabis as mainstream. Now that Trump has been declared the winner, many want to know what that means for the future of weed. During his initial tenure, President Trump failed to enact much meaningful change, and his attorney general rescinded protections for state legal cannabis operators, although Trump did express that he was against that decision. However, the tide has apparently turned. Trump expressed support for the rescheduling of cannabis on the campaign trail, a process his predecessor's administration initiated in 2022, all the way back there. He also stated that states should be able to decide whether to legalize, and he reportedly voted in favor of legalization in his home state of Florida. Tyler Borline, Chief Strategic Business Officer at cannabis banking firm Safe Harbor Financial, believes the former president will stay the course when he returns to the White House. Quote, the Trump administration will likely place greater emphasis on state autonomy and deregulatory measures, potentially reinforcing a state-led approach to cannabis policy, he said in a statement sent to Green State. However, Borline expressed concern that Trump's policy may not go far enough and the cannabis space will continue to face challenges. While this perspective could allow individual states to set their own cannabis agendas without heavy federal intervention, significant barriers remain for the industry, particularly concerning access to banking services and interstate commerce, Borline added. Bipartisan congressional support will be essential for enacting measures like the Safe Banking Act. So even if cannabis is left to states to regulate, reclassifying cannabis could lead to change for the industry, notably in the form of tax breaks and the lifting of other business-related restrictions. However, a decision on federal rescheduling could still be months away. Scheduled testimony from experts on both sides of the debate was pushed to early 2025, and federal officials need plenty of time to consider the arguments. So while a Trump win likely won't lead to the type of reform many in the cannabis community were hoping for, the incredible popularity of the plant means that change could be ahead. GOP control of the White House, Senate, and House may lead to skepticism for some, but more Republicans than ever support legalizing weed. But for now, it's back to the wait and see status quo. What do you guys think about this, Jason? I can't wait to hear what you have to say about what's ahead for pot with the Republicans back in charge.
Well, I'm telling you, I am so excited that Republicans are finally back in charge. Now we can finally get some sensible policy done, not just for cannabis, but just in general. But on the cannabis side, we did have more movement with Republican leadership than we have with Democratic leadership. Democrats just want to spout off little talking points and whatnot and say that they're going to get things done. But when it comes around to getting things done, they're not getting it done.
No. You guys had all three branches. Like I said in my story, you guys had three branches before.
Yeah, but we had Paul Ryan. I already stated this. We had Paul Ryan as the speaker, and he was a rhino, bro. He was an obstructionist. Okay, we don't have an obstructionist in place currently. He does need to evolve on the issue of cannabis as far as Speaker Johnson currently, but he is not an obstructionist in the same way that Paul Ryan was. Paul Ryan was a straight up rhino.
Speaker Johnson does not believe in evolution.
He's super witty, bro. I had a great evening with him, bro. He's a super funny guy. He's got a lot of wit.
But he doesn't believe in evolution, so what makes you think he's going to evolve on this issue?
Just because you don't believe in evolution doesn't mean you can't evolve on an issue, Rico. I don't know why you're conflating the two. Very different things.
Oh my God, Jason.
Very different things.
Depends on whether his mama convinced him that smoking weed is bad.
Mm-hmm.
That remains to be seen, because that's the problem I see with a lot of these really entrenched anti-drug people is my mama said it was bad, so therefore nothing you tells me is going to change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's horse shit. We need to get beyond this restrictive cannabis policy we've had since the 1970s. You can't blame this on a Democrat or a Republican. They've all been horrible on this.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to evolve. And I'd like to see them pull the rug out from underneath the DEA and let them go focus on fentanyl.
Yeah.
Stop chasing anybody with weed. Just
exactly.
leave that shit alone.
I'm all the way with you on that. And you know, this administration does know that fentanyl is the #1 epidemic plaguing America right now, and I know that they are committed to eradicating fentanyl in these streets.
Deschedule it and leave it up to the states. Let's fucking go.
I'm with that, Stone. I'm all the way about that life. All the way about that life. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot better. That's my opinion. I love this story, Rochelle. Thank you.
I knew you would.
Rochelle actually sent me the best text message the other day. You put such a big smile on my face, Rochelle. I appreciate that.
We got 4 more years of gaslighting. I love it.
Oh man, you know, I think he may get the hotel back, man. Might be getting that hotel back.
Rico, what was Cornel West's stance on cannabis, Rico? Since you voted for him, I figured you were up on his policy since you voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually voted for Cornell West Side, Chi-Town, Rivera, if you will.
Oh boy. Oh boy, you guys, man. Oh man.
Hey, Cornell West, you can stick a joint through that gap in his.
Mm-hmm. No,
Shout out to Cornell.
I'll tell you what, I'm way more optimistic that we will get some sensible policy, not just something that just is going to screw everything up like Kamala and President Biden wanted to do in regards with moving it to Schedule 3, because we know that would have been a disaster for the industry overall. And so I'm way more optimistic that we can get something done, even something like the States Reform Act, like Nancy Mace's bill. I mean, that's the best piece of cannabis legislation that we have on the books today that's been introduced in Congress, and I like to see something like that pass and move forward. That would be the greatest thing that we could get done for cannabis.
Right, come midterms, they're going to be making excuses as to why it didn't get passed, just like it happened last time. That is my prediction. It's going to be making a bunch of excuses as to why it didn't get passed, and they're going to be blaming it on somebody else.
Well, the difference is Republicans didn't say that they were going to pass it in regards to on that, but the Democrats did, and they never do. So that's the difference.
There is no difference.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, you want to introduce Jenny Beth, Rico?
We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's true.
Yeah,
I will not be gaslit because I am the chief gaslighter on this motherfucker.
Let you tell it. Give him an open flame and watch him go to town.